Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Oliver and this tutorial is going to be about our edge line system. Our edge line system consists of two cubes. We have the edge cube here, which is exactly half of a regular cube. And we have the corner edge. So as for an example, here's a picture of a dock without the edge line. And here's a picture of a dock with the edge line. This video is going to be about assembling edge line only. So if you want to learn how to assemble regular G2 cubes, please check the description below because I've put links to other videos. So without further ado, let's get it done. Before we go on and assemble the edge line, I just want to take a look at the tools that we're going to need. And the only thing that we're going to need is a manual key for pin, or in this case, I'm going to use the key for the drill. It's a bit faster, and I strongly recommend using that if you have one. If not, the manual key will do just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble 3 edge cube here in the front. I'm going to show you how to assemble a corner, what I call an external corner. We're also going to do an internal corner here and more edge cube along the way. So with that configuration, you can do any docks. Okay, so we're going to start here with the 3 edge cubes in the front of the dock. Like we've seen in previous video, the sliding knot will always go on the lowest tab available, which in this case should be tab number 1. But with the edge line, the tabs of the edge line will always go below the regular tab of the cubes. So we have tab number 1. We don't have any dots represented on the edge cube. Instead, we have placed them right here in the corners of the tab. You have tab number 2, tab number 1. So they have their own dot system. So tab number 1 of the edge line is going to be the lowest one. Go ahead and put the sliding knot here. Tab number 2 is going to go above, but under the tab number 1. So let's say this is tab number 0 and this is tab -1. So when you put them, it will go tab number 4. Well, we do have to put 2 spacers to compensate for the tab number 3 and tab number 2. You have tab number 1, tab number 0, and -1. So go ahead and put the missing spacers. You go ahead and you put the pin. And just make sure to not forget, like I did, the sliding knot on this tab here. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put the sliding knot on this tab here. Put 2 spacers for the tab number 2 and tab number 3. The other edge cube. And then we could put the screw in. Now I'll use the drill and screw the pins. Okay, so we've done here the front. Now let's move to this line here with the internal corner. If you start from the left and move up toward the corner, what will happen is at the end, the last edge cube you want to fit will simply not fit the area here because of the tabs. So what we need to do with the internal corner is to start the row here and move down the line to the end of the dock. As for the external corner, it doesn't really matter. Both lines can be started from left to right or right to left. Doesn't really matter because at the end you will always be able to put the corner here. Okay, so now we start with the edge cube here in the corner. We'll need a sliding nut to put on the lowest tab available. We have tab number 1, 2, and 4. And in this case here we're gonna have tab 0. Don't forget to put the sliding nut here. And so we have 0, 1, 2, and 4. We're going to put a spacer for tab number 3. As usual, we always want to have all the tabs there. And we're going to put manually the connecting pin and move down the line. So still need the sliding nut here. we'll put this one here. So we have tab -1, 0, 1, 2, 2 spacers for tab number 3 and 4. Like that. And from here it's going to be the same thing. Sliding knot on tab -1, like that. 2 more spacers for tab number 3 and 4. Another slide. And 2 more spacers. Now let's go ahead and screw the connecting pins. Okay, so now both lines are completed and we're ready to install the external corner here. We can see here that the sliding nut is here in tab number -1, you have tab number 0, and on the dock here you have tab number 1. As for the corner, this is going to be tab number 5, so we're going to need to put 3 spacers to compensate for tab number 2, 3, and 4 that are missing. And if I place the corner here, you can see that it's perfectly even. If I remove just 1 spacer, it's fairly easy to see that something is missing. So it might be worth the time just to recount to make sure that everything is there. 0, -1. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So once again, there you go, it sits perfectly flat, and then you could put the screw, the connecting pin. Okay, so we're back here in the inner corner part. I'm going to show you the process of installing the edge line here, plus the corner, which can be installed even if the edge line is here, because since it's tab number 5, it's going to go right on top here, so you'll be able to slide it there and put the connecting pin afterwards, even if the edge line is already assembled. So we'll start by assembling those 2 cubes here. So we have tab number 1, tab number 4. We already know that we're going to put 2 spacers here to compensate for tab number 2 and 3. We have tab number 0 and -1. We'll put the sliding knot on the lowest one. And don't forget to put another sliding knot here. Like that. And we're ready to put the connecting pin. Now we want to put the corner here, so I'll just make a count just to make sure that every tab is here. Here, the tab number -1. We don't have the 0 of the other edge cube that should go there, so we're going to put here tab number 0. We have 1 and 4, so still need 2 here for tab number 2 and 3. And we have tab number 5. So this is how we install the edge line with the corners. With what we've seen in this video, you should be able to install the edge line on any possible Candock configuration. Just remember that here, I did that on a flat, level surface, which makes the process a whole lot easier. I strongly recommend if you can do that. But if you must install it on the water, you should wait on the day it's really calm with no waves at all. All right, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy and thanks for watching.